Okay, okay, everyone's muted. Okay, you guys, so we are recording. This is the team support call for Team Bloom. It is November something, 2019. Okay, just really quick before we get started, don't forget that the challenge packs this month are $140, so it's $20 off. That is a huge way to follow up with anyone who you have ever invited. I personally made it a goal to help a new person every single day this month. I have not hit it. I've only missed a couple days, but you guys, like, it's amazing what happens when you raise your bar higher and you raise your standards higher. That doesn't mean you're necessarily starting them off with a challenge pack. It means that you're just out to help a person every single day. You guys know our products are amazing. People need this right now. They need to go into Christmas feeling good. They need to go into the new year with a plan. Like, we are literally saving the money and giving them a solution to the way that they're feeling. So remember that. Be passionate about it this month. It's going to be an epic month. And how we finish this year is how we go into the next. So we've got some amazing team calls lined up for the rest of the year. And as you guys know, we have coffee and coaching, or cocktails and coaching. The name might be changing. Every single Tuesday night following this call. Again, that is an amazing thing to invite people to. So there's so much happening right now. But bottom line is, tonight we are about to hear from a power couple on Team Bloom. You guys, I'm so excited about this call because let me tell you something. You have to be organized, and I am not. And I do not know what I'm doing as far as computers and all the things. But someone does, and he is going to talk to us tonight. So I'm just going to pass it over to them, and they're going to talk, and it's going to be great. So take notes, and this is probably going to be a call that you're going to want to rewatch. Okay, guys, I'm going to mute myself. Go ahead.
Everybody, this is John.
Hi.
My name is Rochelle, but this is the star of the show. You want to start sharing the screen?
Sure. So I'm John, Michelle's husband. So her and Sue were talking about a way to better organize contacts and follow-ups and just getting in touch with people and being able to do so quickly. GoogleStreak is the program that Sue had mentioned. So I did a little research myself, and honestly, it is pretty awesome. I honestly wish I had more need myself because I would use it all the time. If I was sending out mass emails of any sort, it would definitely be something that I would use. And it has some pretty cool things. From watching Rochelle, I know that she does these things over and over and over again, and it takes a lot of time. And this will make that seamless. It actually does it all for you. There is even an app for your phone. I haven't been able to delve too much into the app. I don't use my smartphone all the time because
He was having some trouble with his internet, guys. So if he goes in and out, just hang in there.
I have one for work. Sorry, our internet is terrible at times, so bear with us. So the app, I will do some more research and send some stuff to Sue to share with you guys, or have Rochelle share it so you guys can learn more with the app on your phone. The first thing is this is ran through Google. So if you do not have a Gmail account, you will need one. If you do have one already and it is your personal email, it's up for you to decide if you want to keep that as a business and personal, or if you would like to just simply start a new one for this method. I know if you have an email already set and you're using that quite often, it can be kind of inconvenient to switch it up. But I think that if you use this enough, you might actually find that it's well worth it, honestly. If you're going to be doing a lot of mass messaging, I would suggest just go ahead and setting one up. So for PC users and Mac, Google Chrome can use this. I know on Mac, you have to use Safari. It's not available for Firefox. So if you don't have Safari or Chrome, I would suggest getting those first so that you can actually download the program. So I will go ahead and start sharing our screen here.
Can you guys see that?
It's all good? Okay. So first thing, set up your Gmail account, have your Gmail set up. And then after that, you can just do a simple Google search, GoogleStreak, and it will come up just like so. The first link will take you right to where you need to be. I already have mine installed, so right here in this this orange box here, it will say download GoogleStreak. So once you click that, it will pop up a window and it will go through the installation process, and then when it's done, it'll say go to Gmail, and then it'll ask you to sign into your Gmail account. And from there, your inbox will show up like such on your Google. So it will look just like this. And it will show up right here. So they're called pipelines, is the basically the main category, what you create. So you can create multiple pipelines. I created one just as a dummy for Rochelle called Prospective Clients. So when you have one, it will look like such. The nice thing about this is it's all customizable. So everything down to the colors, you can actually change yourself. But this is what it will look like when you get it all set up. Let's see. So just to kind of, just to kind of show you guys how it's going to look when you first go to create a new pipeline. So you have pipeline is basically your whole category. After that, you're going to have, these are called your, let's see what they call these guys. Stages? These are your stages here. So this is where you can actually go through and create the different areas that you want to track within that pipeline. So for Rochelle's like prospective clients, it's people she's trying to reach out to or contacted. You can break it down however you like. You can add as many of these stages as you'd like or as few as you'd like. So, and they will color code as you go through. You can also change all of that, like I said. But you have all these different stages that you can go through, and they will all pop up in this kind of cascading list here. And then your actual individual person, these are known as boxes. So when you go to actually add a person, you will add a box to create a new person. So to show you how it sets up, it's actually very simple. So when you click add pipeline with the little plus sign next to the pipeline, it's going to pull up with this screen right here. So with this, they have some pre-built ones, so you can actually use these for multiple different areas. I found out with setting up hers that the easiest is the sales tab, because it kind of uses ones you guys might use in the future anyway. But the nice thing is from this screen right here, you can customize everything right away. So you can click on, let's say like lead, and you can call it a new friend. Is this someone maybe you just reach out to for the first time, or got a response back from them? And then you can go all the way through down, and let's say you can have like enrolled is one that I created for her. The nice thing is these ones that you don't want, because you have too many to begin with, you can just delete them and they will just go out of your way. So these are going to be the tabs like you saw along here on the top. These are your stages. You can also rename this from the beginning. So this would be your pipeline name. So we'll call this current clients. Okay. And down here are your fields. So this is actually where I was most impressed with this program, because it can do a lot and it lays it out really simply for you. Again, you can edit all of these, you can delete. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete a couple of these guys. Let's see. So we'll leave it down to there. So Some that were nice was like date of last email. So whenever you send out an email to a person and they respond back and you guys have your conversation back and forth, it will actually tell you the last time you heard from this person or that you contacted them in that area. So I left that one for Rochelle just as a way to track who is she still talking with and then how often the communication goes back and forth. This last email from is another one that you can say, hey, this is the last time you got an email from them. It's going to delete this one. Your email thread count, this tells you how long your conversations have been going. The days and stage is really nice, and I'll show you why. Basically, this will show you, let's say you have one person who's interested but not quite ready to join. It will tell you how long they've been in that stage. So if they're in your new friend / contacted stage, it will tell you, okay, they've been sitting there for 40 days. You should probably reach out to them again, contact them again. And once they do, let's say sign up for a challenge pack or join a boot camp, you can actually move them to that separate tab. That way they're out of that tab and you can track where they go. So that one I actually left in there as well. So to add a new field, your little plus arrow right here, there's several you can do. The free form is you create your own text. So this one is nice. You can put this as their email address. So that way you can input their email. You can use this little guy right here, these little squares, and you can actually adjust where you want it in the list, depending on how you want to see them. Couple more. Check boxes. You can use this, like if they say like send out invites for a boot camp and they do join the boot camp, you can put a checkbox right there. So that way you can go look through quickly and see who all is checked under that particular event. The drop down is really nice. I used this one for the tab for interested in, and I will show you guys kind of how that one works. Another one. See, these magic ones are really nice. Oh, can't see.
You can move them to the side. Yeah.
So these magic ones are really nice. This is where you can, like, the days and the stage, the date you created that person can be in there, followers, many different areas. Emails, you can do last email sent, first email, the thread count, when you received emails. You can set task, which I will show you guys a couple of tasks that I really liked as far as being able to send things out quickly and also for doing follow-ups. And then you have calls and meetings, like the first time you guys have a call, the last meeting you had. And then you actually can link boxes. I haven't delved too far into that area, but I will if it's something that I think will be helpful for you guys. Another nice one is tag. And I will show you guys why that one's really nice as well, because that one actually will be something you guys can use to do mass emails really quickly. Let's see.
And just to interject too, if you guys have any further questions, like, because this is just like a really basic introduction to Streak. This is a big beast. Okay, it has so much more than even I realized. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to pick his brain, please.
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Feel free to friend me, ask questions.
I'm opening up the chat. Okay.
Send through Rochelle. And I can definitely help you guys out. Also, if you guys afterwards, if you just go to YouTube, this is actually what I did. I go to YouTube and just type in GoogleStreak. Literally the first thing it pops up for you is GoogleStreak Beachbody.
It was Melanie Mitra's video.
Melanie Mitra and a couple other girls actually will do the same thing that we're doing tonight. And they can kind of show you some different areas, like how they set theirs up. Obviously, I don't know all the ins and outs of the business yet, so they have some different tabs that they set up that's more helpful for them. I kind of went off of what I've seen Rochelle do and kind of based it off of that. So if you want your team starts growing, you have more boot camps, you have more events, you can add all those things later. So this is a really kind of dummy down version, but once you get it, it's actually really easy to go from there and make it your own really easy. It's actually really customizable and it's laid out in a way that's really easy to do.
I'll take the dummy version. Me too, by the way. Me too, because this is all new to me as well. Like he tried explaining it to me like 3 or 4 different times, and I'm like, this is a really big beast because there's a lot. There's so much stuff in here.
There's actually quite a bit, but like I said, once you get it going, it actually is pretty easy. And go back to those videos on YouTube, come back to this one, and it's actually, once you get into the groove of it, it's pretty simple actually. So, so I'm just gonna do it. This is a kind of just another dummy one for you guys to kind of see how to work it. So we will go ahead and create this guy.
For internet. There it goes. Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna close out of some of these guys here.
We're moving you guys all around the screen. Oh, there's the other bottom. Okay.
All right. So from here, this is going to be your. Let's see.
That's the one you just created.
Yeah. So this is the one we just created. You can actually set it to private or public, so you can share these. I'll have to see how to share these across different people.
With your entire team. Okay.
So you can actually share these across teams if you guys want to have. Over linking ones if you set it up. I have not tried this quick add from the side panel. Waiting for internet to get better.
Can you guys hear us? Good. Okay.
Let's see. One quick second.
As you can see, we're still figuring it out too.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
One second. Let me get this little guy in the middle to go away.
Oh, they're going away.
Yeah.
So what did that do then?
So, one sec. Let's see, should I come up with this?
You have me lost here.
Yeah. I didn't do this last night, of course. Not when everyone's watching. This guy here, I'll see how to get this guy to go away. Because basically it wants you to import all of your stuff. Let's just see if they cancel it.
What should that look like?
So when it comes up, it will actually look like this.
Okay.
So once you have all these things in, let's see if I can do this real fast. There it goes. Okay, now we're good. So here's how it lays out. So this is just the one we just created. So a couple of these we can get rid of. So if you go and click on the little down arrow in the column, you can remove it. So there's some that we can go ahead and remove. And we'll leave these guys here. So then you can, if you scroll to the right, you can actually add you can add more columns if you'd like, so that as you go on, you realize you need more areas. You can add more. Oh, computer.
It's too smart.
Yeah. Too many things on here. Okay. So if you go right here, if yours comes up with that little icon in the middle, if you just go to the red arrow here and click add box, it will kick you to this screen here. So this is the way it'll pop up, and it has it all laid out for you the way that we built it in that little opening window there. So the first way, start kind of playing with this guy, is click on your tab you want to work in. Okay. You can come back over to here and add a box. This is how you're going to add your first person. So you come in through here, And we're going to add Bob. And sorry, I already created Bob. We're going to create Cindy. So now we have Cindy, and this is how we start filling in all the information for Cindy. So right now she's under the new friend tab. So that's where she's going to be until we move her. And everything else will be blank. If you click this little box and arrow, this is how you can actually see all of Cindy's information all in one page. So this is where you can go and add the email, her interests, what she's interested in as far as a program perhaps. It's all laid out right here. We'll come back to this. Is actually where a lot of the fun stuff happens. We'll go back to current clients, which take us back. So one thing, you can just click in these boxes here, okay? And we'll add Cindy's email. Okay, so now we have Cindy's email, and this will hyperlink. So if you click on that, it will open up a message. You can message your clients right from here. So you don't even have to close anything. If you just click on their email address, it will actually open their message right here. Over here, this is where I found a lot of the things that will actually help organize really well. So if you go in here, let's say interested in, okay, this is one of our drop down.
Double click.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right click in there, you go to manage options. Okay. So with your drop down option, you can add an option. So like with this one, I set this up to like when you are talking to someone and trying to figure out what they're interested in. So let's say morning meltdown, work, and 1 day fix, and
Look at you knowing all those program names.
right? I know all the fun lingos.
Rest right now.
So you can add as many of these as you'd like under the drop-down menus. And what this does will, from now on, when you go here and you click on them, right-click, you can actually pick which program they're interested in. Okay, so we'll put Cindy wants morning meltdown. So this interest section is a really good way, like if you guys have a new, like the Shakeology coming out now, the Peppermint Mocha Shakeology that was coming out, any new program add-ons, anything that's kind of under a existing program. If you go here to interests, these are, double click again or right click, go to manage options. These are tags. So Cindy wanted to do morning meltdown, but she's also interested in Shakeology. And you can put UPF. And that's another good one.
To-be mindset. As far as nutrition.
So these are tags. So this is kind of like when you tag someone on Instagram and or hashtags, like anybody that's kind of related to that area. You can save them all together. So create those, go to interest, and you can add as many of these as you want. So she likes Shakeology and she likes UPF. Okay, so you can create those interests. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, from here, let's say like the Peppermint Mocha comes out. So I'm gonna actually add a couple more friends so you guys can see how this works. We'll go under contacted, again, right here, add box, and we're gonna put Johnson, and Bob was also interested in morning meltdown, and he would like to look into Shakeology. So they have similar interests. So we go to pitched. This is someone you've already contacted and working with them. We'll add a new box for them. We'll call that James. And we're going to put that James is interested in the work, and he is interested in Shakeology and 2E mindset. So with this, you can kind of go through and add all their interests. If you click under their name again, you'll have all here under the emails. Anytime you have an email back and forth, we'll actually track it in this entire area right here, so you can actually go through and see all the emails. You can attach files and send people files. The comments section is if you want to create comments, maybe the last time you talked, what you talked about. This one is the really fun one. So James is interested in the work, but hasn't quite got the money gathered up in order to sign up. So he's like, hey, give me 2 weeks and I'll have my next paycheck and I can sign up with you then. So if you go to task, there's also this little check mark right here. You can set upcoming tasks. So you can say, James gets paid once the work, okay? With this, you can set a time. So you can actually look and click under when is this task due? And you can go 2 weeks from today and set a task. Now you have a due date. So this will actually be a task that you'll be reminded about. So you'll receive an email when it is due. And also if you go to Google again and click under Google Calendar, which is right here, all of your tasks will be laid out in Google Calendar for you. So you can set multiple follow-ups and they'll show you what days, what times to do those follow-ups. So under here as well, see, it'll be right here. So James gets paid. He wants to do the work in 14 days. You know it's due. So it'll actually have the alarm set for you. So you have one upcoming task. So this is a good way to do all your follow-ups. If someone's not quite there yet, you can actually set a calendar date. That way you know, oh, or not, James wants the work. In 2 weeks, I can actually get an email. You'll get a notification on a streak. And the Google Calendar will all show you that you need to contact James again. Couple more quick ones. These are the ones that are really helpful. Let's say that Peppermint Mocha comes out or they do a new flavor. If you want to send an email to all the people that you know are interested in Shakeology, if you come to this little triangle here, this will lay out so you can actually filter who all you see at one time. So if you click choose column and you go to interests, choose is any of, and go to Shakeology and click here and hit apply. It will show you all the people that are interested in Shakeology or currently taking Shakeology if you have them set under their interest. And if you click this box here, you can actually click every person. So like if you had, let's say, a boot camp you wanted to invite to or anything you guys wanted to invite to, if you do that filter, you can filter like anyone doing Morning Meltdown, anyone doing your boot camp. Under their interest, tag them, and then you can filter it to where all those people will show up at one time. So you can click here, and it will send an email to all the people that you click on. And let's see again.
Okay, I have a question on this part real quick.
Yep, go ahead.
So I've always wondered this. So what you're doing right now, do they all see each other and each other's replies? How do you know that that's not going to happen?
So it'll be the way it's set up is it sends it sends blind CCs to all of them.
What's when you get
what is CC?
like in the subject matter or whatever?
Yeah. So
right. Okay. So it's automatically set to that. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah. So if you hit the BCC right here, and then let's see.
What does CC stand for?
Carbon copy.
Oh, wow. What
So
the?
it's basically you send one email, like you basically send a copy of the email to each individual person. Um,
Okay. So they won't see
I
it.
will test. I will test this tonight to make sure. I'll send an email to myself and Rochelle. But
Yeah.
the videos that I watched said that it is all blind, so it'll just be an individual one. If not, I'll figure out how to set it up that way.
Okay. I've always wondered. I'm so paranoid. So I've never done it.
Oh yeah,
Okay. That's
for
No,
helpful.
sure.
that's a really great question because I thought the same thing actually when you
Yeah.
just said that. I'm like, well,
Scared.
that would be kind of scary.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. Let's try. Let's do.
Really try.
There you go. So for your select. Oh, I don't have their email addresses in.
Yeah.
Um,
So you
so
can send out a mass email
quick,
that
real
way.
fast. So I did not have their email set up, so that's why I was trying not to send to everyone at one time. Let's do,
My old one.
okay, there we go. So we have all their boxes clicked here. Now it will send to all the recipients at one time. You can see all the recipients that it's going to go to at one time. So it's a quick way to send out a mass email to people for boot camps or new products and such.
Well, and then Sue, also there's that attachment thing that we were talking about too.
Yup. That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, you can attach files. You can insert links. There's all kinds of emojis, photos. Let's see. The last big one I can show you guys is under
I have a quick
any of
question.
these messages. Yeah.
So when it sends the emails, does it say like if you write dear and then is there like something you can put in and just like automatically fills in their first name? Or is it just like you just should write something generic like, hey, comma, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean?
That's a good question. Because like I'm on Melanie Mitro's mass email and it always says my name. And I wonder how she did that.
Right, like it's like Outlook, like if you're doing like a mail merge or whatever, if you're doing that, like it will do that. Like if you put in the right, I don't even know what it's called, but there's like a function you can put in to do that. So I'm just wondering because like this feels like it's like Outlook and Excel like all merged into one glorious piece of work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, does it do this? It's okay if it doesn't.
may-
I don't expect everything, but
Yeah.
So what we can do is if somebody, I can either just rewatch this call and I'll write down all of the questions. If you guys have any more questions, I think, is there anything else that you wanted to kind of share?
Yeah. So
I can
one more
message
thing.
it to you.
There's yeah,
That too.
what is it?
Yeah, but we want to like maybe do a post or
Yeah.
there's
So
preferably
there's a ton of settings in here, and I honestly didn't get into a lot of them. I know you can add like signatures. You can be like, you can add all those things like, your name and your rank or all those things. The last big one is, this will save you guys a ton of time. I know I watch Rochelle do this every day. If you come down here, so open a new email. We'll close this guy out here. Anytime you open an email, you can do this. So click James, start mail. This button right here is called snippets. And this is, I think, the one that's going to be actually the most powerful for you guys. So you can do manage snippets. And you can have all these different personal snippets. So what a snippet is you can do subject and say boot camp invite. Let's do new Shakeology. Let's do just delete this one. The bootcamp invite's the nicest one because it's one you're probably going to send out to a mass. So if you go to bootcamp invite and you say, hey, saw you watching stories, blah, blah, blah. So you can actually add your own text into here. Okay, so you can do your whole invite message the way you guys like it. And if you go down to snippets, you can say create snippet from draft, and that will actually save that snippet.
Oh, the snippet name required.
So snippet name is boot camp invite. Click create. So now you have this snippet that you can reuse every time. So like we did before, let's say you want to add people that are in your new friend area. You can click all the people in that stage by just clicking the check marks next to that stage. So all your new friends, okay? And then go to compose, snippets, bootcamp invite. And now you're going to send that same text to everyone in that stage.
You can tweak it, as as needed for the person, like it's kind of like your built-in script, but if you need to change it and tweak it and customize it, you can do that as needed, but at least you have your own scripts and your own thing there. So do we want to open this up for questions real quick, or do we have enough time for that?
This is amazing. It's probably going to take about 5 minutes to hop over to coffee and coaching, so we've got like 4 minutes. Because I want to make sure we're not late.
Okay.
What the heck kind of a thing is this? So go ahead, guys.
I told you it's like a big beast. So it's like, I hope that this helps you guys at least a little bit. Like, there's a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So how about we do this? Tonight, or worst case tomorrow morning, I'm going to upload this, get it onto YouTube, put the video in Team Bloom, and then underneath the video, if you have a question, go in and comment and tag Rochelle. Rochelle, then all the questions will be in one place. They'll be under the video in Team Bloom.
Okay.
So everyone
Sounds
can
good.
ask questions. Because I just want to say, I know we only have a couple minutes, but I really want to emphasize to you guys, like even in my head right now, I'm like, I do not have time for this. And then I keep thinking, I don't have time for not this. Like, I don't have time to not take action on this immediately. I will tell you guys, I signed up someone this week, and if I had this, I feel like I would probably have so much more business right now, because I do pen and paper and I lose people all the time. So as you're talking, I'm like, if I had this 3 years ago, I would have so much more of my people organized and not lost, and I would be able to talk to people. It's a numbers game. It's all about talking to people quicker, right? It's exactly what you're saying. So like, you guys, seriously, this girl that I signed up this week, I've been talking to her, inviting her for 2.5 years. And this month, when I went to follow up with her, I looked back and I was like, you have not responded to my message for over a year. I was like, I have to just take her off the list. And then I was like, no, I'm not taking her off the list. But I chickened out and I didn't message her. She reached out to me a couple days ago and she was like, Sue, my life is not working. Sign me up. And she signed up just like that. No questions asked. So the point of that story is, she's someone who I've consistently had to write down her name every single month, write down everything in this book, hours of work, right? But if I had a system like this, it would have saved me time. People don't get lost. And like Megan put in the chat, we are the CEO of our own business. So if you take your business seriously, you better rewatch this. You better go look on YouTube like he suggested. Like, this is very serious stuff. And if you're Emerald and you're hitting Success Club, a few months from now, you are going to have, well, not a few months, but like basically I have hundreds and hundreds of customers that Beachbody's given me that I do a lousy job of keeping track of, because they don't normally answer you, but occasionally they do. And if you have Streak all set up for them, you guys, this is like literally blowing my mind.
It's a lot.
Wow.
And with the girls on YouTube, since they have a like millimeter. So she has hers set up in such a way that makes probably more questions to you guys than me. Her pipeline, so all the ones on the basically the initial category, she's going to have a bunch of different ones that will make sense to you guys that I haven't delved into. But you can kind of see how they organize it. I think that'll be the most helpful for you guys, is how people who use this for everything organize it in the way that makes sense to them.
Right. Yes.
That's one area that I would say definitely go back and watch them.
Okay. Thank you for taking the time to teach us tonight. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, please with questions, just we'll check out the comments, but please just message me. I'll be happy to even do a recording and send more videos out, whatever you guys need to do. So
I'll get him in Bloom so that he can be there.
Please ask him. I would like to tag him. I was not happy when I could not tag him today. Like, where are you, John? Okay. All right.
Yeah,